Welcome back. It's not a happy day for Liverpool fans. Our fourth defeat in a row. We expected a lot from the United rivalry. We expected our team to respond, but it's the case. It is what it is, and we just have to deal with it. But welcome to today's live stream. We're talking about Liverpool's fourth defeat in a row, Villa's defeat to Spurs, Arsenal, and their title race that they're currently on. They're top of the table and they're 3 points clear. And wherever the conversation takes us. So let's get into it. Let's start with Liverpool, of course. I mean, the biggest thing is for everybody is nobody expected Liverpool to lose at Anfield. Nobody expected us to lose four in a row. Nobody expected us to lose to United. I think a lot of things come with this loss. The fact
Mm,
that Amorim was able to get 2 wins in a row. The fact
mm.
that we're slowly
He won
edging
at
to a point of
Anfield.
they won at
First time.
Anfield. We're
Mm-hmm.
slowly edging to a point of us feeling like, are we in crisis? We're
Mm,
getting to a point of like, hey, we spent so much money on so many players, on some
mm.
players, and it doesn't feel like we're getting our money's worth. Fans are feeling deflated. You can feel Liverpool fans feel deflated about what is going on
But
with the
why are
club.
you guys depleted? Is it not too early?
I guess that's the conversation we have to have. How would you feel
Mm,
as I mean, okay, Chelsea, you guys have been through this, but if you're a team that have just won the league, you get into a
mm.
summer, you sign some names that you expect them to perform, and then you go four in a row, four L's in a row. You of course you will feel deflated. I don't think it's unusual for you to feel that way.
Maresca went three in a row now.
Maresca did not go four in a
Oh,
row.
no. He went three in a row without a win. He didn't go defeats. It's two different things. He drew to
Yeah.
Brentford.
Yes,
He
we've
lost
not
to
even well,
Bayern.
we've all
He
our
lost
games
to
were
Bayern.
losing.
Yes, he lost to Bayern and he lost to United. Do
Mm-hmm.
you get before he picked up? Then won Liverpool, then
One
won
Nottingham
Newcastle.
Forest.
Yes, so
Exactly. But losing to Crystal Palace, like
mm,
okay, well, like okay, it's Crystal Palace, is whatever. You lose
mm,
to Galatasaray,
mm.
like is whatever. You lose to Chelsea, then you now lose to United at home. Because we're like, oh, those the 3 games you lost, it was away from home. So at home you shouldn't be
Mhm.
losing, and then you lose at home. It's not the best, it's not the most ideal situation to be in.
I think for me, it's not about the loss. Do you get? It's about the way you guys are losing and the
Mm-hmm.
patterns. The pattern is the same. And if you even look at it, you can argue that you guys have been conceding goals
Yeah.
since preseason, not
Yes.
just earlier. Since preseason, the signs has been there.
Yeah.
Remember in preseason, I told you, I said, "Ah, but you guys are conceding too many goals." I feel like in preseason, you were conceding 2 goals in every game.
Yeah.
So the signs were already there. But even before that, Isaac was not there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can argue that Wit was there, but at the same time, I just feel like it's somehow like wrong combination
Of what?
of first. No, it's a couple of things. I went back and I watched the game again. It just feels like okay. First of all, the game of yesterday, you guys should have gotten something from that game.
Mm-hmm.
You should, because look at the chances Gakpo had, Salah had. That's like 5 chances there. You can argue that Man U too had their own chances. They had about two or three, right? But at the end of the day, y- yes, you can also argue wrong signings too.
How is it
So
wrong signing?
no, the combinations are wrong. What I think is
What combinations?
your best game this season, I think it has been Atletico Madrid when you guys played Atletico and when you played Everton. I feel like you guys conceded, but you guys played extremely well
Mm-hmm.
in those games. Now look at the combinations that you guys had in those games, right? I
Mm-hmm.
feel like Florian Wirtz should play with Isak, right? And your stable midfield should play with Ekitike, right? And probably Frimpong should play with Salah. Do you see? So if Frimpong plays with, it's just me thinking.
Mm,
I was just thinking. I went back and I watched the game after our live stream yesterday. I watched the game again, just thinking what could be the problem. Because me,
mm.
person, I want to learn too. As someone that is an upcoming coach, right? I want to learn also what's this guy doing that is wrong. First of all, Salah should be with Frimpong. I just think what's the guy's name? Bradley is not getting the best out of Salah, right? People can argue though Frimpong is not as good as Alexander Arnold. He's normal, but he's a different profile. Who cares? Frimpong is good enough to play in your first team. He's good enough. Do you get? You can argue that Cockers has not gotten up to speed or he's being used wrongly. You can also put forth that argument because he came from Bournemouth and he was doing well. The way he was being used in Bournemouth is not the way you guys are using him. He was being used like a wing back. If you know Bournemouth, right? He's always at the halfway line. He doesn't do all this inverting. Yesterday, you were complaining that Cockers was being used as an inverting midfielder, was inverting into the midfield
Inverting
game.
fullback.
That's not his game, right? But why don't you try to replicate what he did last season? But now you can argue it's slow, and I see a pattern. Are you guys trying to play like or copy PSG?
How?
Because I don't know if you guys are trying to. I don't know, like the vibe I get. I don't know if he's trying to replicate PSG, the way PSG plays. I don't know if he's trying to do that.
How? In what
But you
way?
guys,
You're not
okay,
saying exactly the way we're replicating PSG. How?
how do I say it now? First of all, last season when you guys played, right?
Mm,
You guys were not this. How do I say it? Where three people are attacking and pressing, like doing a very critical, like the way you guys are pressing now. You see three people pressing at the same time, and there's a big hole in the center, and you don't have that. Or Gravenberg is not deeper. Gravenberg is further forward sometimes.
mm,
I was just thinking of the differences between how you are playing this season and what you did last season.
mm,
Do you get? But this one is just a side thought. I might be wrong about that, but few things I notice is Cockers is not being used as he was used in Bournemouth. That's one,
mm-hmm,
right? So you can argue that maybe is he used properly? You can argue Frimpong is good enough. He should be starting with Salah. Your stable midfield should be the one with Ekitike. Because what that does for you, Ekitike drops in most of the time. He will increase the numbers in the middle
mm-hmm,
and he will help you guys win more balls in the center. And he
mm-hmm.
is very quick. He has a good hold up play. He can give the ball to Salah quickly. He can get into space.
Isak can do the same thing. Everything
But
that you're
it's to
saying,
me,
the only thing
I
I
know, but
agree with is what
no,
you're saying is the kekes
but
and
yeah,
Frimpong conversation.
but
But the other
Isaac,
thing you're saying,
but
I don't think that
but
that's an issue.
but Isaac and Wits should be the ones that are playing together.
Why?
I just feel like the how do I say it now? I don't know. I'm struggling with Isaac. I'm
I don't
struggling.
think so. I don't.
I'm
All the things
struggling with
you're saying,
Isaac.
all the things you're saying, and to me,
Okay, an
and
example.
you're
Okay, let me ask
nitpicking.
you.
You can say
Let me ask you.
Ekitike should
I'm
have
not
started.
nitpicking. I'm
Yeah,
not.
but
Wait,
the
wait.
other things
Let
you're
me
saying,
ask you
and you're
something.
nitpicking
Wait.
at things.
Let me
But
ask you something.
yeah,
You want an example is you've always said
yeah, you
you
can't
prefer
leave your
your
most
stable
informed.
midfield.
I agree with what Dara is saying.
That's what I'm
Ekitike,
saying. Is what I'm
Ekitike and
saying.
Isak. No, but you're saying that Isak should play with Viet, not
No,
stable
no, no,
midfield.
no.
That does not
So no,
make
no,
sense
no,
to me.
no, no. Why I said that was because Ekitike
Yeah,
is your best striker. So if you are going with your stable midfield, which is your strongest people that's the strongest in the middle, why
yeah.
don't you use your most informed striker in front?
But that's a different conversation from what you said that Isak should play with Viet.
I
I don't
just
think
feel
Isak
Isaac.
should play with Viet. I agree with
So
what
who should he
Dara is
play for?
saying. What I actually think is what
And
Dara is
Maka
saying
too
is
is
valid.
up to speed.
I think so. Maka goes. The problem is this. Look at what led to that first goal. Really, if you think about the first goal, Van
Mhm.
Dijk, Maka, and
Mhm.
one other United player are all going for the same ball.
And Mbeumo.
And who causes the issue? Van Dijk. Van Dijk literally injures Maka and
Mhm.
then does not cover back on time. It's too
Mm.
slow. Umbomo blindsides him. It's a goal. That is
No, but
literally what.
when they all collide, it was Fernandez that took that ball.
Yes, but again, when they all
Fernandez,
collide, Van Dijk was not supposed to be there. Van Dijk was not supposed to
boys.
be there. Van Dijk wins
Okay.
aerial duels, but he stepped off his line. He stepped off his
Mm,
line to win
mm.
to win a ball that he did not. Van Dijk did not win. Was not
But
winning
he
a lot
could
of
have,
his tackles
but he
in the
could have
game.
won that ball. You can argue too. He could have
He
won it.
was. He did not win the ball, and he injured Maka because Maka also was. Maka did not expect Van Dijk to be at his back, and he hit Maka in the head. That is
Mhm,
all that commotion led to the first goal.
mhm.
So that let's rule that aside. That was what led to the first goal. Let's rule that
Okay.
aside. The ref didn't blow. We were expecting the ref to blow for head injury. The ref didn't. They counter attacked
Mm,
us. They scored.
mm.
That happens. That's football. That first goal, I don't blame that first goal for anything. That can happen in football. Let's
Keeper too
go.
could have done better.
The
You
keeper
can
could have
argue
done
that
better. But that's the
exactly.
first goal. Let's rule that aside. It can happen to any team. It could have happened to
Okay.
the best team in the world. A little
Big
commotion,
of
you are
them.
exposed,
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
scored. You
Yeah.
expect Van Dijk to be in form. You expect Van Dijk to make some good tackles in the air and also ground duels. You expect that. He did not do
Hmm.
that in the game.
He
He
was not
did
winning
that well.
ground duels.
He was
Ground
not winning
duels. He
ground
wasn't
duels,
winning.
even stepping off his line. He didn't have a good game. Let's put
Mm-hmm.
that aside. Let's now talk about setting up. I go back to what Dara is saying. I like
Mm-hmm.
Dara, what Dara said, because Ekitike is our most informed striker. You look at how
Yes.
Ekitike looks like international break. You look at
Mm,
the game Ekitike had in the international break. Coming into this game, it did not
mm,
make any sense that Ekitike
mm,
is fit, in form, and
mm.
Ekitike does not start. That is on
Exactly.
and his slot. He made a mistake picking Isak, but you can also not blame Anisot because Isak is a more high-profile striker. And if Isak in training, if he has come out in his press conference and already said that Isak in
Mm-hmm.
training is in full fitness, is in full condition,
Mm-hmm.
we can start judging Isak fairly from this point. You would
Mm-hmm.
expect that he will start Isak. Did Isak have a chance? Yes, he did. Did he
He had
score?
just one.
He did not. But that's football. Sometimes it's one chance you can get in a game. Sometimes it's one chance you get a game. Sometimes it's two big chances you get a game. Sometimes it's three big. It's the Premier League. Everybody you play against, they're tough. He had
Mm-hmm.
a chance, a one-on-one, and he did not score. You can't blame Anisol for that. Isak didn't score that. It's on Isak. Salah had a chance. Salah did not score. It's on Salah. The team is still creating chances. But I agree with what you said. I don't like the fact that he's using certain people in certain ways, like Kekes, making Kekes shift into the midfield, like invert, does not make sense
Mm-hmm.
to me because Kekes doesn't feel the most confident on the ball in the midfield. You want Kekes to
Mm-hmm.
be aggressive in that wing. He's an explosive player. You want him to take the
Mm-hmm.
ball, explode in that wing, and give a cross. That's what you want
Mm-hmm.
from Kekes. Explode, give crosses. That's what you want from him. Almost like a Robertson type of player. You want him
Mm-hmm.
to be kind of like a wing back. That's what you want from Keke. So I agree with you. The way he was using Kekes, I was not. And I said that when we were on the watch along. The way he used Kekes, I didn't like it. But that's what he
Mm-hmm.
was doing. So let's put that to the side. That's one thing I didn't like. But that's something he was trying to implement. He does not have the profile of players to do that inverted fullback. He does not have the profile of players to do that. But if you proceed in the game, we had
Mm-hmm.
chances in the game. Gakpo had a chance. He did not score. He had two chances. He did not
But
score. He had three chances. He
anyways,
did not score. He had three
but
chances that he did not score. He did have
but
three chances that he did not score. What do
but
you
the thing
say?
but the thing is that you look at, okay, an example is he makes the substitutions to bring in midfielders. He brings in a lot of attacking people,
Before we
and
get
there's
into that,
nobody.
before we get into his
Hmm?
substitutions, let's talk about Frimpong and Salah. Let's talk about those two.
Okay,
You
Frimpong, yeah,
mentioned you
Asala.
mentioned something about Frimpong and Salah, and I agree with
Yes,
you. I agree with you what
yes.
you said. Frimpong should be starting more with Salah because these days, or so far we've seen this season, Salah as a winger, if you compare Salah, right winger, to a player like Saka,
They are
is the
different.
goal of Saka. The goal of Saka, if you give him the ball to his feet, the goal of Saka is one of two things. He's either trying
Mm,
to drive you down to that byline and cross, or he wants to
mm,
cut in, shoot, or pass. That kind of thing. That's what you expect from the way Saka will move.
Yeah, yeah.
You would
Mm.
expect that. That Salah would be doing something like that. Salah will be giving crosses for an assist. Will be giving passes in. But
Mm-hmm.
the balls that were getting to him, he didn't seem the most confident on the ball. His touches were not
Stress
really.
touch too.
His touches were not really great. He
I,
didn't seem confident on the ball,
I think his age.
right?
His
But,
age.
but that's the thing. But that's the thing. So
His age.
if you now have somebody like Salah that is not doing that, you would
United also had a lot of chances. I hope you know that.
we'll get into that. We're having a whole
Okay.
broad
Okay,
conversation.
okay,
Right?
yeah.
We're tackling it step
Yeah,
by
yeah.
step, guys. We're tackling this
Okay.
step by step. We'll get to United. I'm not discrediting United. I'm just talking about
Mm.
my team. What my team could have done better, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the issues with it with Liverpool in the game. So in that
Mm-hmm.
sense, you want somebody like Frimpong to overlap Salah so that Salah
Mm-hmm.
can be the distraction. He can tuck into that midfield, take the ball
Mm-hmm.
tuck into the midfield, or maybe comes into the midfield, and if Frimpong overlaps, he gets the ball. Frimpong can cross. We saw when Frimpong came in, the
Yes.
cross that
Amen.
went to
Yeah.
Gakpo, that should have been a goal. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
that sense, you
Yeah.
expect Conor Bradley to do the same thing too. But the
Mm.
crosses were given, the quality of crosses were given into the box were
Mm.
not that great. They were not good. I kept on complaining
You
when
guys were just crossing for crossing sake.
I kept on complaining during the watch
Crossing
along.
without
The guys
looking.
in the watch along that came for the watch along, remember when I said this? The crosses were given are not great. We're not
Yeah.
giving good
You're
deliveries into
just
the box.
crossing.
Who
You
are
don't
you
even look.
crossing
You just
to?
cross. You just
You're just
cross.
crossing. Who are you
Mm.
crossing to? So those are some of the things some of the problems. I have to agree with you that we have to consider using Salah and Frimpong. He has
Mm-hmm.
done that before. And that game that you mentioned that we used Salah and Frimpong, that was a game that we played very well. We used Salah and Frimpong. That was one game we played well. I can't remember if it's the Atletico Madrid game, but it
Mm.
works, right? You use Kekes, but use Kekes in the way you're supposed to use him as a
Mm-hmm.
wing back.
Yeah. As a wing back, yeah.
That's what I think. But these are the two things that's going on with us right now. The
Mm.
tactics on how he's going to use these players, and the players
Then
themselves
another thing
are
is
not looking like they're
the
in form.
and another thing, yeah, CFC game. We That's what I'm saying. I said it in start. I said obviously Trent is far
But they
better.
are different
Do you
profiles. They're
get?
not the
But they are
same kind of
different.
player.
They are
How can
different
compare
profiles. But
them?
I think Frimpong is good enough to start in this team. That's what I'm saying. Rather
100%. If
rather than
Frimpong
Brad,
is fit,
based on what you
why did
have,
we sign
is
Frimpong?
good enough. Is good enough.
If
Then why did you
Frimpong is
sign him if
if
you will not
Frimpong
play?
if
Right?
Frimpong is fit, I
Yeah.
said is fit, then he should be
Yeah.
starting this game.
Is good enough to start. It's good enough to start.
I don't think.
I'm not.
Another, yeah,
I'm,
go ahead.
I'm not forgetting what I'm trying to say now. Forgot. Keep talking. I'll remember. I
Okay, okay,
remember
okay.
what I'm trying to say.
I agree
Yeah.
with you. Frimpong is good enough to start our games. If he's fit, you
Mhm.
start Frimpong. Bradley is a
Mm,
deputy. And I think
mm. I remember now.
that
Yeah.
is why we signed Frimpong. Yeah, what do you want to say?
So another thing your that is affecting, and if your coach can really just, he's being sentimental. Do you get what
Yeah,
I'm saying? An example is
in some
based
aspects.
on based on form, Salah should no more be starting anymore. Let's be honest. Do you get it reaches a time where you just give a player one game on. I know you guys have given him one game on the bench. You still, I think you lost that game. That was Galatasaray, right?
That's right, yes.
You still lost. So
Mhm.
Salah is even on the bench, you lose. Wheat is on the bench, you lose. Ekitike is on the bench, you lose. But it feels like all this disarray and everything really came in fully into your team when Isak started to play and when Ekitike got that red card. Do you get what I'm saying? I just feel like that's when the whole turmoil started. And Ekitike has not started since that day. Or maybe he started for Galatasaray.
I see what you're saying.
He
Like
started he
Isaac
started
started
against
Crystal Palace,
Galatasaray.
and
No, no, no. He started against Galatasaray, but he was played with Vitz, Florian Vitz.
but that's what has been happening. Ekitike has been played with Viet, like
He's
in
been
the
playing with Vitz.
yeah. Viet has been starting most of our games. How many games has Viet started? He has been starting
Okay,
most
that's
of our
true.
games. He has been starting most of our games.
True.
The game we played, the Merseyside derby, he went with the stable midfield, I think, and then I think Ekitike started that game. I think Ekitike started that game,
Ekitike
the
started with your
Everton game,
stable midfield.
with the stable midfield
With
and
your
everything.
stable
So
midfield. Yeah.
this game, Ekitike should have started.
I think Frimpong started too.
This game, Ekitike should have
Yeah.
started. Frimpong should have started this game. Kekes, I was fine with Kekes, but Kekes is too nervous when he comes against the way he overcommits to tackles is
Mm.
crazy because Ahmad was getting the better out. Ahmad
He's
was
young
literally
now.
Ahmad was literally
He had
cooking,
him
for
cooked.
lack of a
Yeah,
better
was
word, he was
cooking.
cooking Kekes for the most part of that
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
Cooking him.
was cooked.
Until the
Yeah.
yellow card, Ahmad was really running Kekes left, right, and center, and out of that, Kekes wasn't able to stop Ahmad. So, but Kekes, you have to keep playing a player like Kekes. You pick up in confidence, right? You keep on playing Kekes. But if Kekes is not good, you bring back Robertson. You bring back Robertson into the team. If Robertson
Mm,
is, you bring him back. I don't see
mhm,
the reason why Robertson will sit on the bench when he can come
mm.
into a game like that and offer you something. I don't see why you keep him on the bench. But
Offer you a lot. A
but
lot. It's a
it's
big
one thing.
game.
It's one thing to play certain players. It's another thing to give
Okay,
them
the
instructions on what you want
question
them
is
to
the
do.
question I have is why was Robertson's just relegated to the bench? What was the reason?
He made some mistakes last season.
Players make mistake.
I don't see why Robertson was. I don't see why Robertson was relegated to second place. I don't see why
Players
Robertson
make
was
mistake. Players make mistake. It's normal. It's normal with age. You make mistake. You make mistake. It's normal, right? You have a Robertson relegated to the bench. He's a senior core member of the senior team that was relegated to the bench. You have a Chiesa for no good reason. Feels like he can never even start a game for you guys, no matter what he does. Do you get? So at this point, you are better off just and you know the funny thing, there's no competition. People like Gakpo and Salah, it feels like they are taking the mic at this point. They don't have competition. Who is competing with Gakpo? There's no one competing with him.
There's really
There's no
nobody
one.
compared to
If
last
I
season.
will
Luis Diaz
I will
is
tell you something.
competing, yeah.
If he had huge competition, yesterday he should have had 2 goals.
Mhm.
Minimum. With the 3 shots he had that hit bar and the one he scored. If he had competition that he knows that if I don't perform, I'm going to the bench, he should have scored 2 goals. If Salah had competition, do you get? You would have done better. Salah doesn't have competition and he knows he doesn't have competition. Do you get? You can argue that Salah there's age on Salah's side. It's not Salah's fault. People don't understand this. When age hits you, it hits you. There's nothing you can do, right? But at this time, maybe the manager should manage him. And Bagman is saying Robo doesn't have legs, right? So
The thing
yeah, I
is,
don't know.
my manager
I
is
don't know.
my manager is weird because in his
So
mind,
Bosley at right back.
he there's just so
You
many
know,
things
that
that,
last
and it's not
season
is trying that
you
he
guys
should
were
not be
more
trying.
defensive. You guys were more defensive last season. You agree, right?
Yes.
So what happened? I don't get it. Is it that you guys have decided to be more? I think it changed the way you people played after you won the title. I feel I don't know. I get the vibe that maybe he started changing the way you guys play from after he won the title. He kept it the same. When he won the title, then he's now changing things. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'm wrong or right. But you guys, okay, number one thing is you guys used to press very well on that club.
Mhm.
Your pressing was good in terms of the organization. Everybody can press at the same time. But when you press in such a way that SSB said it here that the players are so isolated from each other. Do you
Yeah.
get? It means
It's
that
not like not as a unit.
yeah. So if there's a how do I say one person is farther from each other than he should, then that's a potential weakness in the squad or in the game at that time,
Mhm.
right? But to be honest with you, if you look at it, United were good. But I'll tell you one truth. I watched that game again. I don't want to diminish what United did.
Yeah. No,
I'm
say
not diminishing it.
say man.
But I
Mhm.
think it is really that loss of yesterday is the worst loss you've had, maybe in the last 2 years. because United were not, how do I say it now? They were not
Exceptional.
sparkling. They were not, yes, they were not sparkling to beat you. Chelsea, with the way Chelsea played you people, Chelsea, we fought harder than United fought yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea fought harder to get that win than United. United just felt like Wham's mistake in first minute of the game, they scored, and there was really nothing happening. You guys were not like ramming them with pressure. Do you get? There's a way you score a team that the other team will make you suffer. That's how Liverpool has always been. They will make you suffer that even City used to do it. They'll make you suffer that you regret you scored. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes Chelsea does it, but I don't know. I didn't see that. It feels like, oh, there's a way we should play. Then we'll pass it to the back. Then Konate is looking for someone. Then we pass it before you know the ball goes out. It's always just been I
See,
don't. It's something I've not still understood.
the thing is, the thing is this: Kekes and Frimpong,
Okay.
right? I see people in the
Mm,
chat talking about Kekes and Frimpong,
mm.
the two of them. I think the two of them are built for a system that is like 3-4-3. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh
They
yes,
are
where
built.
somebody
They are
can
built.
cover them.
They are
They are
built for
wing
that kind of
backs.
system.
They are both
Three,
wing
three,
backs,
three,
not
four,
full
three.
backs. Yeah.
You put Frimpong 3-4-3 system. Frimpong,
Mm.
Kekes. You have three people at the back. You have maybe Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk,
And Van Dijk.
right? You have Frimpong,
Those
Kekes
guys can attack. They have joy to attack when they
in that
because someone
in
can cover for them
someone can cover for them, and
in
they
case.
have
Yeah.
more freedom to make that run, give that
Mm,
cross, right, and
yeah.
everything. But our system, we're not built for the way we play. That's not how we play. We play four three
And
three,
why
right?
did you
We
buy
play for,
them? It's the
but
same thing
that
Bagman
does
said.
not mean that you cannot have
Mm,
wing backs in your team and play um four three
as
three,
fullbacks.
right? That doesn't mean that. If you look at PSG, they don't play 3-4-3. That's not what they play. They play
No,
4-2-3-1, but in possession of the ball, they break
it's
when
three.
they are in possession of the ball, there's three at the back, right? They have
Mm.
three people at the back. So you expect that it's the same thing for us. But we
So
don't.
maybe Gravenberg,
Yeah,
Van
so
Dijk,
maybe
and
Gravenberg, Van Dijk,
Konate.
Konate will be the three,
Mm.
right? And then our shape can be maybe 3-3-2-5. You expect us to get into like a 3-2-5 shape, very similar to what you guys play. I think you guys play 3-2-5 or something like that. You guys play
Mm.
something looking.
We play 3-2-5.
You have a formation looking like that, a shape looking like that.
Three two
But
five. Yeah.
what do you mean? Frimpong was playing in a 3-4-3 system under Alonso. That's what Alonso was playing for Leverkusen. You can check it. Alonso at Leverkusen, it was a 3-4-3 system. And Kekes can play 3-4-3 system because he's a wing back. So, but anyways, back to what I was saying. I think
Mm.
I think that for us, right, is the way in which we build up. We need to build up and play in a way where we don't get exposed defensively.
Mm.
We need to have that in mind because some of the issues that you see us face is
Mm.
we lose the ball in
Mm.
key areas. There's a quick transition, they attack us. We're not set up in the right way. We get scored.
Yeah. True.
You cannot. So you cannot have things like that happening all the time. You get what I'm saying? You cannot have things like that happening all the time where you lose the ball in a key area. There's nobody. Players are not switched on to be like,
Mm.
okay, where's the next pass coming? What is going to
Mm.
happen? They switch the play. The ball goes long. Watch United. They played a lot of long balls. A lot of long balls. So what was the plan for those long balls? Once Ahmad gets the ball and it's Ahmad and Kekes,
He's gone.
1v1, Kekes cannot
He's
do
gone.
anything.
He's gone.
You cannot blame the coach in that instance
He
because
can't. He
Kekes
can't.
is
He
there.
can't defend. He can't defend to save anybody's life.
Kekes is there.
If your life was dependent on Caucus, the person is dead.
I
Person
just
is
think
gone.
at the end of the day, I just think he needs. Let me read some comments. Let me go back and read some comments. Um, do you want to do a calling today? And do you want to do a calling segment today, or what do you think?
Depends on
Um,
you.
okay, we can do a
If you
calling. We
want
can do
to.
a calling. We can do a calling. Yeah, a lot of guys on the chat. We can do a calling, guys. Guys, give me 1 second. Let me just read some comments and we call in. Frimpong and Kekes. Okay, I've read that. SSB said, and the 50% of transfers are successful and 50% failure, regardless of price tag. I read this
mm,
statement today on Twitter from top end to bottom youth. Um,
mm.
what else? Say Liverpool problem is Liverpool can feel pressure, hasn't played much. Kekes, Isak, uh,
Mm.
in that system. Say, do you think slots will be sacked in this season if this season isn't successful? I don't think so. Say, let me come
No, I
back to
don't.
that. Okay, guys, let me. Ah man, that's
Oh
funny.
my god. Oh
Okay,
my
guys,
god.
I'll drop a link in the chat, man. You guys join in and give us your thoughts. It's going to be audio only. You can switch off your video if you want. Let's hear from you guys. But back to what I was saying, right? Based on what the guys are saying, I know people feel certain things should
Mm,
happen and
mm,
certain people need to leave the team. I agree.
mm.
Certain people need to leave the team, but
Okay, let me ask you this
also
question.
as a coach, before you ask me, also
Mm.
as a coach, you need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
manage the players you have. Every player has
Okay.
different personality. Someone like
Mm-hmm.
Salah is a superstar, right? He's a big name player.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way you need
Mm-hmm.
to handle Salah. You can't just, it's not as simple as send Salah to the bench, send Salah to the bench. It
Bench.
doesn't work
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way
true. It might
realistically. It doesn't
upset.
work that way,
It might
right?
upset the
Salah
dressing
has a
room.
contract. Salah is
Mm,
paid a lot of money. He still needs game time. So
mm.
my own thing is, if you're going to play certain people, play them, but don't be afraid to take them off if you're not getting the best out of them, right? Even though it's going to be a statement,
Mm.
you play them anyways. You give them the opportunity, take them off, right? In this game, I didn't have any. I don't think I had any problem with the lineup that he put forward. I don't think I had any problem with the lineup he put forward. Even when I saw the lineup, I didn't have any issue with it, right?
The only
The
issue I
only
had
thing
was
is,
Frimpong on the bench. That was the only issue I had.
yeah, but we only had that issue because Bradley wasn't really doing much.
No, no,
But
I
the
had that.
Bradley that we saw last season,
I
the
had
Bradley
that
we saw
issue.
last season was doing well.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yes.
saw the
I
same
had
Bradley defend
yes.
Mbappe. You guys are forgetting
I
so soon. We
so
saw the
yeah,
same
yeah.
Bradley
I
make
why
some key
I
passes, even score. Bradley
yeah.
scored last season. So
Boy,
let's not act like it's becoming a whole thing of like you get what I'm saying. Just throw the players away. We can't do that. You still have to manage the players that you have. You still have to manage them. The coach still has to manage them at the end of the day.
but can you? But guys, if you guys want to call in, or if you guys want to dial into to speak, the link is in the chat there. Um, can you? This thing that Bagman said. I started to think about it when he
Yeah.
said wrong players. I can pick
Mhm.
out Kokes, I can pick out Frimpong, and I can pick out Vets. That I feel is just my opinion. I feel your manager is not getting the best out of them. He's not using them properly.
Mhm.
That's three signings. How many signings did you guys do? Six?
Yeah, we made like we signed what? We signed Ekitike, we
Yeah,
signed Isak, we signed
yeah,
Kekes, we signed Frimpong, we signed V.
yeah.
So that's five players.
And defender, you signed the defender to Leone.
Leone, we signed Leone, so six.
So
Yeah, we
out
signed
of
Leone.
six, three of them
Yeah.
are not used
Ikena,
properly.
just hold
So
on
I
a sec. Yeah, finish
yeah,
what you're
your
saying.
Ikena can go. Ikena can go.
Okay, Ikena is here. All right, Ikena, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey guys, good evening. Can
Yeah,
you hear
yeah,
me?
good. Yeah, you can hear you, can hear you.
Good morning, yeah. What's up? What's happening, guys?
Oh, we're good. We're good. How do you feel? How do you feel about Liverpool? What's the way forward? What do you think is the way forward as a Liverpool fan? What do you think?
Okay, so yesterday I'm a bit calmer now after yesterday's loss. So
Yeah.
yeah, so my brother. So the thing is, yeah, you said you had no issues with the lineup. I think there were one or two things Slot could have done differently.
Okay.
For this game. So personally, I didn't think Isak and that midfield will have worked, right? But
Exactly.
we know I was of the opinion that where Viet could have started the match yesterday with Isak or Ekitike with that midfield, right? Because Isak would have needed somebody that would supply him balls. But Ekitike is someone who comes back. I mean, he comes, hold the
Exactly. That's what
balls,
I'm
and
saying. Yeah.
right.
Mm.
I would have thought Viet would have started that game. And also, Keke should not be started. Keke and Salah should sit on the bench for final loud. I think Robertson came in against, was it against Arsenal? No, not against Arsenal. One of our last, and he did very well. So the
He
guy
did
still
well,
had,
yeah.
he did well. He still had something to offer. So I was thinking Keke should be sitting on the bench. and Robertson starting. I mean, our problem. I don't think our problem is really the formation. If you ask me, I
Mm-hmm.
think our
It's the
is the
people,
system.
it's the selection of the people.
Exactly. Exactly, and it's Slot making blunders. I mean, Slot making blunders. Imagine when we were chasing the game, right? At some point, he removed his midfielders, removed everybody, and the formation became more like 3-0-7. Because you see, when
Exactly.
Yes.
we
No
we
midfield.
we
Only Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones was the only 3, 1, and 6 or so.
And 6, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so he left attacking minded players. So when we lose possession, those guys, sorry, when we gain possession, those guys are thinking of going forward. So when we have just one cross over and it becomes a problem. So we were left with just three defenders trying to defend against maybe 4 or 5 men. And that was what led to some of the goals. I mean, I think the first goal, the second goal yesterday. So he should stop making these blunders, right? As much as possible, retain your midfield. You don't remove your midfielder or convert them to defenders or take them off and assume a miracle will happen. Just throw in your attackers and want them to perform miracles. It doesn't work that way. So Slot keeps making these blunders, and I hope he's learning from this. I mean, the post match and this thing yesterday, he said he was gonna do one or two, pick one or two things. So I hope he learns from these things and does better because these
But
things, if he continues to
His post match, he was giving excuses. He was still in his post match that he said, "Oh, United were in a low block." I'm like, United were not really in a
I
low
know, right?
block.
I watched that
Like,
press cam. I'm
oh,
just like,
bro,
what are you
bro,
saying, bro?
bro,
Like,
did you watch this game? You were in
nah.
Anfield. We were wherever we were watching on the TV. I didn't see United in low block. They were not even working extremely hard. It's not like you remember when Arsenal came to Anfield 2 years ago on that
Mm,
club that
yeah.
they scored you guys first. You see the way you guys put them under pressure, they were sweating. Or
But
Man U under Ten Hag. That's a
sw-
low block. Do you
mhm.
get what I'm saying? Then
Man
your
U under
manager
Ten
comes
Hag that ended 0-0. That was a low
back,
block.
low block. Low when you say low block, your defender is inside the box. At least Maguire was maybe he just maybe two clearances all game. Delete was working hard, but brother, like that was not. I don't know what match your coach is watching. I
Hmm.
don't know. So I don't
I
know
think
what
he
you
just
think.
yeah, I think he just assumes that if a team is not playing an attacking game like Liverpool, then it's automatically a low
Mm.
block. I think that is no definition of low block. So every other team aside, maybe Arsenal plays a low block in his own mindset, right? But be that as it may, even if they are playing, he should be able to do something to change the
Yes.
dynamics of the game,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
right?
coach. Yeah.
He was doing. We know him as a second half coach. If you remember, second half he just does something and something happens.
Yes.
But this is looking different. He looks like he's bereft of idea. He doesn't know what he's doing, or he just wants to, make mistakes. Things are just not working well for him. So I
Yeah,
just,
but
I just,
he's doing Ikena, he's doing something, but the problem is you guys are already behind. That's the problem.
Yes.
That last season, it was always 0-0 in first half. If you remember, most of Liverpool's game was 0-0 first half. Then you guys come in, he does something, make one change before you guys score one.
And the
Then you
changes
score the
were
second
not
one.
drastic. He's not making
Yes,
big. When did
yeah.
we start making all these changes all at once? Taking
yeah.
like three people out. The substitutions are just so poor. Why are you making all
Take
these
your
substitutions all at once?
midfielders, take your midfielders out. Is just, I mean, that's where the problem. You can't remove your mid. Remove remove McAllister. Maybe take Soboslai to the right back. Bring in Jones, and it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Against them was who were we playing? He removed asked Gravenberch to go play defense.
Center back.
Soboslai, right? Center back. He just making blunders, and it's costing us. I mean, I don't know. I just hope he does. I mean, like I said in the chat, I hope Salah plays in the Champions League, the likes of Salah and Keke. And against Brentford, these guys should be on the bench. Salah should be on the bench. Keke should be on the bench. Let them play in the middle and don't
Brentford
play
won
against.
today. I hope you guys know.
They won today.
Liverpool
Yeah, they won
fans.
today. And they played very well. I watched their match. They
He
played
played
Very,
well.
well.
very well. Yes.
He
Well,
got Igor Jesus.
I don't,
We're barely holding people back. Our defense, can we stop Igor Jesus? Igor Thiago. I said Igor Thiago. Can we stop
Guys,
that guy? He's been scoring.
those guys, they played well today. I mean, yesterday, sorry. I mean, yesterday for my They played very well. And I was like, Are we going to, how can we beat these guys? How can we beat this Brentford team? I mean, everybody seems to have they found us out. They know what slot. I mean, slot seems so predictable now. Playing, he starts Salah at some point. We know he's going to carry Sobos like right back. He's going to take off the ground. He's just so predictable. So people know what to. Coaches now
Expect.
know what to counter such predictability. It's just so predictable, and it's a problem. It's really a problem for us. I hope he does because I mean against Brentford, we can't afford to go five losses on the bounce. I mean that will be competing. Man City had 7 losses last season or 8. We are close to Man City. If we lose against Brentford, now we are two losses shy of Pep's record last season. And it just doesn't make sense for a team that wants to compete for the title. It's just atrocious.
I think if we get like two more losses, I don't think I don't should we be considering ourselves as a team that's competing for the title at this point.
I mean, it's just 4 points. I mean, I don't think 4 points. I mean, we're 5 points ahead of Arsenal about 2, 3 weeks ago, and now they are. So 4 points. I don't think it's more
It's
of a
not a
big
big
deal.
deal.
Not a
Mm.
big deal. It's not a problem for now. I think we don't have to start calling 911. It's not really a problem. But if we lose against Brentford and Arsenal wins 7 points, I mean, 7 points. I mean, that becomes a problem. And Man City are doing well. Man City are playing well. Chelsea are playing well. Arsenal is doing well. I mean, Tottenham is there. So yeah, if we lose against Brentford, then the title is over. In my opinion, it's over. We just focus on FA Cup and maybe Champions League. I don't think we'll do anything there in this team, really. Maybe
If we lose against Brentford, would you feel like okay, this is a serious thing now? Like we're really, really in a crisis. I know you've already said that we're in a crisis, but how would you feel if we lose against Brentford?
if you lose again, I mean on my Twitter, I have some good following. I should be calling slot out on my Twitter page, and I'll start doing that because we cannot go 5 losses on the bounce. Then slot has to either sit up or leave. You can't be we can't spend 450 million for crying out loud and you lose 5 straight matches. It just doesn't it's just weird. We are not used to this. As a Liverpool fan, we are not used to this. We are not used to losing two games on the bounce. Not talk of 5. I mean 4 is just too much. Now 5. I can't remember the last time we lost 2 games back to back or
I can't even
maybe
remember.
when Klopp came 8 years
Club,
ago, 9 years,
club.
8 years ago. We 2 games on the back. Now we are losing 4. And we are on the brink of losing five games. If he does the same, I mean, it's just who said we won't even lose against is it Eintracht Frankfurt? We might even
Frankfurt.
lose.
They are
Yeah,
a
we
good
might lose.
side.
We have to play
Yeah,
Ekitike. Ekitike has to start because that's his former
He's,
club. At least maybe he scores against them.
he's going to score. That's for sure.
I hope he starts. I hope he scores. Man. But who knows? We might lose that game and maybe lose Brentford. So yeah, all right. I really don't know when I just oh god, I don't know when next will win a game of football. I don't know. I've seen the next 3 matches, and it just doesn't look good for us.
Oh my God, Liverpool fans. You say you don't know when next you win a game. Oh, this is
They're
bad. This
difficult.
is bad.
The next 3 matches
Oh
are tough.
damn.
They're so tough. And we have Crystal Palace again, FA Cup, right? Or Carling Cup, we
You
have
guys,
Crystal Palace.
you guys are out. You
I
guys
said if
are
we
out.
lose to Brentford, I will go and learn golf. I will learn golf, bro. You know the funny thing, Ikena, you know Brentford is a set piece team. You look at how they
You
played
guys
West
are
Ham. They were
you guys are
set
tough.
piece. Like
Oh my
their
God.
coach literally is a set piece coach. So
This
if you
coach,
complain
yeah.
about us not being able to defend set pieces, what are you doing about it? Because Brentford is a set piece team.
Kizu,
We'll slaughter you guys.
do you think maybe what's his name? VVD should sit on the bench. I'm thinking Gomez and Konate.
Eh?
I
Eh?
don't know.
Hey! Again, now.
We
You
have to do
guys are
something
gone.
different.
No, no, don't even
But
try it. Eh?
Konate played well
No,
yesterday.
no, no.
Konate played well.
I know it
No.
sounds funny, but he has a point. When you watch the anyways, I see what you're saying. Like when we played
No,
Southampton
no.
and Gomez played, Gomez did look like like
Yes, Gomez played well. Yeah,
he
he
played
did
well. I
well.
see what he's saying. Yeah.
And Konate played very well. Yes, VVD was just all over the place yesterday
VVD
against
was
mine.
horrible yesterday.
He
I'm not
was
going
all
to
over the
lie.
place. Salah was just non-existent. So these guys just scam their way to a new. I just think they scam their way to a new contract, and they just want to live off the last paycheck. Because have you start? I was checking Salah's GA since they signed the contract. Have you checked Kingsley?
No,
Since he
what's his
signed,
GA?
check his GA. I think I don't know, maybe 5 goals, 5 GA or 6. Since this guy signed the contract,
Slap you
three
guys.
goals last season. He has scored 2 this season, 3 last season. Since he signed the
Ah,
contract,
brother.
17
Salah is
assists.
retired. Salah
So
is
he just
retired.
scored
He's collecting pension.
30 GA just to get the contract. And after contract, he has done
He's
nothing.
done.
5 GA
He's done.
last season. How? We're in the ninth
Saudi,
game of the season.
Saudi next.
This guy just, I don't know. He just,
Salah is retired. Just you guys, Liverpool fans. Salah is retired. You guys should just take it. He's
I
retired.
hope he
He's on
goes.
pension. So
Yeah, he's on pen. I hope he goes in January. Really, I hope he just goes in January. We'll just get Lise or something or somebody to play that because he's our worst attacker. That he's adding nothing to the team. He's a
He's not
legend,
adding
no,
right?
anything.
He's a
He's not
legend, but
adding anything.
he's adding nothing to our team. He has done nothing for us this season. The
Defensively,
penalty he
he's
cost us
not defending.
nothing. I mean, the Burnley goal, anybody could have scored that penalty. The fourth goal they scored against Bournemouth, the first game of the season, we could have won with 3-2. We didn't even need that. So he has added nothing to us this season. Nothing. So why was he be playing? For Christ's sake. Why? Really, if I was slot, my next formation would be Frimpong, Konate, Gomez, and Robertson. Uh Isak starts with Vet. We'll try that combination. So
Mm-hmm.
Soboslai and Gravi. Maka
Mm-hmm.
goes to the bench. Chiesa, Gapo, and Isak up front. We'll try
Mm.
something different, a new flavor, and see how it works. Mata has been out of pace this season also. Let him go to the bench. Kekes go to Salah goes to the bench also. Let's try. These guys are on form. Kesa is on form. Why is not? I keep listening to journalists online. What has Kesa done to slots? Why is he not starting? He comes in and he scores or he gives an assist, but he's not starting. Why? And you're starting Salah that does nothing. I mean, your best striker,
sentimental.
your best striker, TK, was on the bench, and you're starting Isak.
It's the
I
money,
That's
right? It's the
sentiment.
money.
Sentiment. Sentiment.
don't know.
Anyway, Ziki,
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man, for coming and telling us your opinion, man. Like, yeah, it's a crazy one as a Liverpool fan. Right now, we're not as confident as I'm not. Me personally, I'm not as confident as I was since the beginning of since the Crystal Palace loss and then the Chelsea loss. I've just been like, okay, I don't really know what's gonna happen, man. But Ikena, thanks for coming on and telling us your opinion, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Ikena basically has said everything that needs to be said when it comes to this whole Liverpool thing. He has said most of the things that needs to be said. I think one thing that Ikena said that really makes sense to me is just try
Mm.
something different at this point.
Drastic. Drastic.
Do something
Actually, it's true.
drastic.
Yeah.
Surprise people.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
start Chiesa. Start
Yeah.
Chiesa, Gakpo, Isak. That front
Even
line,
benching Van Dyke might just be something different,
maybe just
fresh
bench
air.
Van Dijk.
Yes.
Like that would be a
Because they're
huge thing.
taking
Like
a
that's
yeah,
just show the team that you
yeah,
don't give a
care.
damn.
You don't care.
Like
Yeah.
I don't give a damn who you are. But the
Yeah.
problem is you bench someone like Van Dijk that is a leader in the team. You don't want the
And you now
political
win.
situation.
And
You
you
now
now win.
win. Doesn't look
Uh,
good. You now look
doesn't look
solid
good.
defensively. Doesn't look good. But
Doesn't look
at the end
good.
of the day, the team comes first.
Mm.
So I agree. I agree with Tikena. I agree with Tikena. Like just literally, we just need to do something drastic. We need to do something drastic. He needs to, man,
So some funny things are going on in the chat.
man.
F is saying, Foxy, the last time my club lost 4 games in a row, I wasn't alive.
Yeah, SSB,
You see,
SSB. You're right. Like when Kwanzaa got benched last season, he said that was the easy choice. Salah is the hard one.
had
That's
one,
true.
yeah,
That's really true.
yeah,
And that's why I was telling
yeah,
you about different players get different treatments based on their profile. It was so
mm,
easy for him to take off Kekes when Kekes got the yellow card and whatever.
yeah,
Like, because of your yellow card, I took you off. It was so
mm,
easy for him to do that. You see Salah not do anything.
And you just look at
You
him.
just look. Salah,
And you know
honestly,
the
what he's
funny,
saying
you
is
remember Klopp?
true.
You remember Klopp? Klopp substituted him. Remember that time?
In the Chelsea
Substituted him
game.
and he was complaining and
Let me,
because
let me
of
let me tell you
the
guys, this same form that Salah is having now, if
Mhm,
Liverpool fans remember very, very well, the second to last season when
mhm.
Klopp was here, that was the exact same form. I don't know if you guys remember. It was bad. The
Oh
season was
yes, yes. You
this,
guys were losing,
this is
drawing,
the same
losing,
form.
drawing.
We were losing,
Yes,
drawing.
yes,
Like what
yes,
can I say? We
yes,
never
yes.
lost 5 in a row, but we're losing
Yeah.
the game. We win again. We beat. That was the same season we beat
Or
Bournemouth like
you
a
guys
crazy
had
amount of goal.
you
We
guys
beat
had new
Bournemouth.
people in your team that season too. You
No,
didn't.
not
Was that not
really.
the season Gravenberg came?
Yeah, we had some new people. We had some new people. We had some new
Yeah.
people. We had some new people. So maybe this is just a transition season for us. Maybe we should just call it what it is. It
Or
would
AB
take
say something.
time.
Do you
AB
agree with
said
he say
Liverpool has
Liverpool had
never been a
never
dominant
been
force.
a dominant
I
force?
don't
I
think
don't
that.
know why he
No,
gave
come
this
on,
stress.
man. AB, are you serious? We've never been a dominant force. In what way, AB? Can you explain in what way we've never been a dominant force? Said the season we came fifth. Yeah, that season we came fifth. F. It was the same form Salah had. I remember it clearly.
Mm.
But the truth is, he had that form, but in certain games he picks up, like the game against United. That season was still the same
Yes,
season we
he
beat
just
United
he
7-0.
yes, he just appears and does something.
Appears and
Big
does
games,
something.
he
But his,
shows
his
up.
form was inconsistent. Then
Yeah, yeah.
after that, I think after that, Klopp's last season, he wasn't doing well, and then that was when he started benching Salah, like you take him off and stuff like that. And then when
Picked up
Anisots
again.
came, all of a sudden Salah just had a brand new form, and that's why
Yeah, that's true.
that's why Liverpool fans are feeling like, was this because of the contract? I don't blame Liverpool
True.
fans for feeling that way. Was this just to stay back? Because it's like you would expect Salah like to be a leader in the attack.
Mm.
You come with a certain level of sharpness, clinical ability, and stuff. But ah, since Salah when playing for a contract is a different demon. Guys, it's a tricky one, man. It's a tricky one. I think Liverpool fans, if I'm being honest, like we just have to be patient. Let's not hope for too much. Against Frankfurt,
But
let's just go there and watch what happens. Let's
but do
just
you
watch
know
the team and be patient.
do you know what? Now that I think of it, maybe Ikena is actually right. Maybe
About.
the only way to stop this rot,
Mhm.
especially when you're having this, because I remember Lampard did it during his second season or so when he was having difficulty of getting results. He benched the whole normal people he normally uses, used people that we're not expecting, and he got a win. Do you get what I'm saying? Then he brought the other people back. Then it picked up. Sometimes you just need to do that. Someone like Van Dijk needs to sit on the bench, even if it's once, just to get a different perspective.
I also don't know why. To be
Do
honest
you
with
get
you,
what
I
I'm
also
saying?
don't. My problem too with Annie Slot is I
Mm.
don't know why he's so. I don't know how to put it. His subs are so weird. Let's go back to his subs.
Yeah, they are
His
weird
subs are
actually.
so weird because someone like Klopp, right? He can be
Mm.
losing.
Mm.
He's making a sub. He'll bring in Harvey Elliott. He'll bring in Ben Doak.
Oh, is this slot? Is it Klopp?
Klopp, he can do something weird like that. He'll
Yeah,
just bring
yeah,
in guys
yeah,
that
yeah.
can run.
And he works. He works. People that are
Like,
hardworking.
just bring in hardworking guys. I'm not saying we should do the same thing, but I'm just thinking like we've talked about
Energy.
on this. We've
Klopp
talked
was
on
all
this.
about energy.
It's all
Energy.
about energy. We've
Energy.
talked on this. We've talked so much on this stream about how we don't look good defensively and all these things. But it doesn't make sense for you to expose your midfield in order for you to
Mm.
get a result. I think it doesn't make sense to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I know you don't want
Yeah.
to bring.
That's true.
I know you don't want to use inexperienced guys because it's a high profile game, and people will be like, why are you using a high profile game?
And
Why are you
you
bringing all
guys
these people in a high profile game and everything? But
you guys lost Javier Elliott too.
we yeah,
You guys
I
lost
realized that Aston Villa.
you lost a lot of
Simikas,
players.
you let Simikas go on loan.
Oh
This is
God.
when Simikas should have been in this team, giving
Yes.
those his
Why
deliveries, those his crosses. Where's
why
Simikas?
was Tsimikas allowed to go on loan?
You signed Kekes.
Oh.
Simikas went on loan.
And
Simikas wants to get more play time.
Harvey Elliott was allowed to go too.
No, but Elliot, I guess Elliot was just, I don't know, man.
But
At the end of the
Elliott
day,
was coming in for Salah, right? Elliott used to be
we,
the deputy for Salah, if I'm not wrong. Except I don't have your team right.
it depends on some games. But Elliot is a midfield player, so he's mostly in the midfield. But it depends on some games. But at the end of the day, like you look at the guys that we have on the, like, just do like for like. What is wrong
If you are
if
not
you do
sure,
that?
if you are not sure,
If you're
like
not
for
sure,
like.
I was expecting
Mm,
that his subs in that Manchester United game would have been Gravenberch
mm,
out because of the ankle stuff. He removes
mm,
Gravenberch.
mm,
Sobosai will drop back. He brings in
mm,
Viet. He takes
mm,
off. He takes off either Gakpo or Salah. He brings in
mm,
Chiesa. We see what happens. But he said, okay. You want to bring in a Kitike.
mm.
Okay, fair enough. But why are you bringing in Curtis Jones?
That's the problem.
You
You could
can
have taken off if
literally
I was
taking off Gravenberch, bring in Ekitike, move
yes,
Soboslai back, and we have
back.
Soboslai, Maka, Ekitike.
Exactly. Exactly. That's even
And
better.
then you can take
That's
off Bradley,
better.
bring in Frimpong and
That's
wait.
better. And wait, exactly. F is AB saying let's go to F's comment. Say if you treat it like a rebuild, the tweaks last season were tweaks to Klopp's team, not changes in players.
With no
Now
change,
we
yeah.
have 6 players plus tactics in the team, and we expect a quadruple straight away.
It's not
He's
possible.
right. He's right. Actually, I think we're just being delusional and over
Why
expectant,
why
right?
over expecting? That's why I was like, guys, we just need to be
When
patient.
there are
We need
too
to be very
many changes
patient.
in a team, regardless of how good it will not click. It would not. It will take some time,
Mm,
and maybe that's what's happening.
mm.
That's what's happening. There are a lot of changes. I've mentioned so many people that left you. So many good people that have been there over the years. Javier Elliott, Nunes, Jota, Diaz, Simikas, eh, Arnold. So many like you guys lost a lot of players. Not that I think of it, you lost. Not it's not just about losing the players,
We
it's
just
about
we
losing
just lost the
the
spine
mentality.
and the mentality.
Mentality,
Yeah,
mentality. There's so many players with mentality that had the experience from club.
that are
Do
just
you get
not
what
there.
I'm saying? They
Yeah,
are gone. So like if Diaz was around, it will not be as bad as this. I don't believe because those chances got anyways. Chevy
you know,
said this yesterday.
FSG
We
could
should
have
not take
literally, FSG could have literally given Diaz a
just
new
giving him
contract,
a new contract.
sign Ekitike, and that's all we needed. Ekitike, Luis
Exactly.
Diaz is all we would have needed in the attack.
Yeah.
And then Trent is going, you sign Frimpong, fine.
Mm.
You sign Kekes. Anyway, we nobody expected the guys to drop in form in the way they to not to perform in
You
the way
did.
they are performing. So I think hindsight is always 2020, right? Looking back, you're like,
Mm.
if we know what we know now, we wouldn't have gotten this player.
You
But
done.
you have to just give them
It's too
time.
late. You leave them. AB saying he say it's not we are about to enter some Liverpool era. Dominant era like United in the 90s, Chelsea, 04 to 010, Pep City. I see what AB is saying. Kind of
Get what
like
you're saying.
Liverpool could not have that dominant era because of Pep.
Pep.
If
Hmm.
not, Klopp was very good. He could have won like maybe 4 titles. Klopp,
Yeah,
if Klopp did not have Pep and it's just Ateta he had, could have won like 4 titles for sure.
why do you have to throw Ateta under
Yes.
the bus to make your point?
No, no,
Why
no.
do you
It's
have
the
to
far.
throw Ateta
It's
under the
the,
bus to make your
it's the,
point?
no. Now you two know this thing. Now you know it now. So let's
Everything,
not
brothers, we all stick. We are getting it's solely based on all the stick we're getting is solely based on price tag and jealousy. But
exactly.
what is football nowadays? Like, I remember when 50 million was a
Fernando Torres.
breaking record transfer fee in 2010.
That was
Now what does
Torres. I
50
think it was
million do to
Torres.
today?
Nothing.
Yeah, all
Doesn't even
changes give
get.
manager time. Yeah, lucky you're right. You need to give the manager some time. Can I say
Yeah.
no one expected? Can I say no one expected?
quadruple.
a quadruple. We are EPL champions. We should at least be defending that title after spending £45 million. Also, the new players are not the issue. It's the blunders of slot that is ruining us. I agree. He cannot keep on.
Actually,
He cannot keep on hammering on what I think maybe might just be. Maybe
he's not understood what to do. I just think.
he's just not gotten it.
Yeah. AB saying, I predicted it so many seasons ago. Firmino, Mane, Salah, Robertson, Trent. It's almost impossible to gather such high quality players
Without
without major
major form.
funds. I mean, Robertson was from Hull.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Guy, even if we
You're
had
right.
signed, if we had signed right back, instead of going to sign Frimpong, go and sign Livermento.
That would have been better. Far better. Far better. Because Livermento can play both
Instead
sides.
instead of signing Florian Wirtz, go and sign Adam
Yes, he can.
Wharton.
It's you see, this is what we're
I don't,
saying.
this high profile
This
money we're spending, like I don't
And these
even
are
get it.
people that will fit your style. You spend 80 million on Adam Wharton, you spend how many million on Livermento? Livermento can play left, he can play right. Do you get what I'm saying? Says
It's a tricky
what-
one.
we want some Premier League titles then. So
Chelsea didn't dominate in 2000.
oh
Man United
come on,
dominated
this is
in 2000s.
come on. How many titles did they
AB
win?
had to slide in from 010 to 0 this. AB had to put in years from 0 this
It's
to 0 that.
all four to
0
08.
04
We're
to
dominant
0 10.
force. Yes, yes, whether you like it or not, we're a dominant force.
Oh my days, guys. Let's just give Annie Slot some time. Let's see. Say, hey, bros, we had enough
Brother.
beef with Newcastle. You think they give us the perimeter as well? Yeah, no. We're just saying hypotheticals, right? Hypothetical.
Yeah.
Like, imagine we got somebody within the.
Rather
Anyway,
than signing
getting a
Isak.
player within the league too is expensive.
Rather
It's not
than
like
signing
it's not
Isak.
like it's going to be easy. It's
You
not
see,
like it's going to
Newcastle
be
had a transfer window crisis, rejections
rejections
everywhere.
everywhere. It's not like it's
But
going to be easy. Can you do your
Newcastle
best?
lost. Newcastle lost this weekend. Look, nobody's talking about it. Foxy, what do you have to say about that?
Oh, Newcastle actually lost this weekend.
Bagman,
Foxy has been flying
Bagman,
under the radar,
yeah,
Foxy
Foxy,
comes to the front of the queue. Foxy, you've been
come
flying
for
under the
judgment.
radar. Your team lost this
Bagman,
weekend. Brighton,
Bagman, your team lost. Yeah.
Bagman came and dipped. Everybody's focused on Liverpool. You guys are not focused on
Yeah,
your L.
man.
You guys are not focused on your L.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Yeah, Liam is right. Livermento isn't a title winner though. Frimpong is with Leverkusen. More
More
experience is just
experience.
how he's being used. Yeah.
I think so too. Frimpong, even the cockers you are talking about,
Yeah.
the cockers.
I said Brighton will beat us before the weekend.
He actually said this. Foxy said that. To be honest,
Mm,
um, actually, true. Frimpong, cockers, and Viet. Even these Viet we're talking about. I just think is the way it's being used.
yeah.
That's what I remember when Caicedo was producing stinkers. You say, oh, Caicedo is flop. I say no, he's not flopping. What was the thing I kept on saying?
It's the way it's being
The
used.
coach is not using him properly, and I
So,
was right.
so Aniston might not be using his players
Yeah,
properly.
that's what I think. That's the problem. He's not using them properly. Cockers is not being used properly. That's why he appears so bad. Like an example is a Marcos Alonso during Chelsea. That wing
Yeah.
back he
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
When you put Marcos Alonso in a fullback situation, it feels like, brother, are you sure this guy is a defender? He
Mm,
cannot defend to save anybody's soul. But when Conte came, just setting on or took when certain managers came, you see Alonso, the best of him. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is the way
mm,
sometimes when you use a player, then you see Alonso bumping forward, scoring goals, giving assists,
mhm.
doing doing serious thing. But the moment we started to put him as fullback, terrible. It's the same thing you guys are doing to Cockers. Cockers is not a fullback, he's a wing back.
Mm.
Frimpong can play as a fullback, but if you want to get the best out of him, let him be further up.
Yeah.
Do you get? Say this is why Wheat and Salah and Isaac should play together. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that two of them. I watched that Everton game. I think was it Everton they played together. One of the game. The Isaac doesn't roam as much as Ekitike.
Mm.
Ekitike can be wide. He's normal. He can even be in defense and he will still defend well. He can be in the midfield and play as a midfielder. He's okay. He's just like Harry Kane.
Mm.
Do you get what Harry Kane can be in the midfield, then wing? It doesn't matter to him. Position doesn't matter. He's a baller. Do you get what I'm saying? But to me, Isaac is a nine. Isaac can play on the left hand side,
Yeah.
but Isaac doesn't roam. There's a way Ekitike roams. He roams. He's fast. He can switch position. His passes are quicker than Isaac's passing. Isaac should be in the box. Do you get what I'm saying? And Viet is always looking for who to pass to, right? You use Ekitike and Viet. It feels like two of them are trying to occupy the same position.
Mm-hmm.
They are running into each other every time. When Viet gets the ball, Ekitike is not in front. He's not there. Then he tries, oh, let me look for Salah. Before you know it, they collect the ball from him. But if you have someone, it's just like the Chelsea game. He came on, he did that with back heel. Salah is there, was ready, there waiting to receive that pass, right? So
Mm.
I think Isak should be playing with Viet and Ekitike should play with the other your stable midfield.
Mm.
That's what I think, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We might even it
Yeah.
might not even change anything. We don't know. Maybe it's even the say Ekitike has a brilliant hold up
Yeah.
player.
Maybe said
That's
Ekitike
why
is a center forward like Benzema. Yeah, I see what
yeah.
you're saying.
Liam is saying that's why United singled out Liverpool's fullbacks. It was their weakness.
Yeah, Liam is right. Liam was saying playing
That's
Bradley and
it.
Kekes against United is criminal behavior from Slot.
Yeah,
It was an
yeah.
important game, so United used it as their strength. Both fullbacks have no experience. Maybe you should just plead
You
Frimpong
can
and
even use
Robertson.
Gomez and Gomez.
Gomez can
Are you
play right back.
he can
Gomez
even
would
play
have
left back.
shut down.
He can even play left back.
Gomez would have
Is there
shut down Ahmad. Shut him
shot him
down.
down terribly, terribly. At this point, now that I think of it, maybe you should just go full on Gomez and somebody else and be done.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? SSB is bringing up an argument. He said at
Yeah,
EPL was garbage in 2000s. Let's be real, the quality is high today. There is highlights of Arsenal versus Chelsea back in those days,
man.
and it was long balls, no build up, no tactics. Yeah, true, true. The game is really evolved now. It's more complex, but now Arsenal is trying to take us back to the
Is it
medieval
not working
ages.
for us now? Is it not working?
Liam,
It's
yeah, but it's
working.
working. But now
Uh,
their game is mixed up, right? So
mhm. Yeah. You guys are right though. You guys are actually really right. Foxy said Isaac is a fraud. Sweden have Harry
Sweden
Potter
have.
as manager now. I mean Graham
Oh my
Potter.
god.
Oh man,
Oh,
you
we
guys,
need to
come
we need
on.
to vote for that.
Oh
The
man,
SSB.
that's a good one. Okay, Foxy, I'll give you a one for that. That was a very good comment. Say they have
They have Harry manager.
they have Harry Potter as the manager. He
Say
said
what's wrong with long balls?
Ikena said,
Yeah,
trust stubborn slots. He will continue to use the same players, making the same mistakes and expecting a different result. Klopp won a title for him, and he suddenly thinks he's prime Ferguson.
there's nothing you tell me that
Oh
you
my god,
cannot like
there's
this.
nothing you tell
He doesn't
Ikena
he
that
doesn't
nah.
like it.
Ikena and
He's
slots,
not convinced.
he's
They
not
are
convinced
not.
at all. Ikena is
No.
like
No.
he's coach, man. Like this and his slot, man.
Yes.
Gomez is being treated as an emergency center back only. The problem is Gomez is made out of biscuits, man.
But no,
Yeah,
Gomez is this.
yesterday, yeah, SSB, you're right. I remember when the camera cut to Gomez on the bench. He was the
Yes.
brother was looking like squeezing
Like
his.
what
I'm
is
like, bro,
what
what
is
did
this?
you do?
What the heck? What the heck am I watching? Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm Kingston, I'm telling you to be honest, if Gomez doesn't usually play left back, But
Yeah.
I'm telling you that Gomez will have handled Ahmad. That's Gomez strength. 1v1. Oh my god. That's perfection for Gomez. He
Hmm.
loves 1v1. You see that bombing forward is not a strong
Yeah.
suit. But you see 1v1. And you know the funny thing, you can even play Gomez on one side and Frimpong on one side. Let one person attack fully and let one person stay back. Must you have both sides going up? It's not a must. It's not a must. And you can maybe put a Kitike on one side. A Kitike will just roam. Oh my god. I'm just wishing I had the kind of players you guys had.
Relax, man. Okay, let's talk about some UCL fixtures tomorrow before we give our final thoughts. Guys, you know
Yeah.
the UCL is tomorrow, so let's just tell you guys the fixtures tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have Barcelona playing Olympiacos. We have
Ah.
Kairat playing Pafos.
Mm,
Newcastle Benfica, they are playing tomorrow.
mm,
PSV Napoli tomorrow.
mm,
Leverkusen PSG. We have Union SG playing Inter Milan. We
mm.
have Copenhagen Dortmund, Villarreal Man City, Arsenal Atletico Madrid. That's a
Mm.
that's a brilliant
I
one.
thought
Arsenal
Chelsea is
Atletico
playing
Madrid.
Ajax.
Chelsea
Chelsea
playing
Ajax, right?
no, Chelsea playing
Was
no,
it
that's
tomorrow?
Wednesday. That's Wednesday. That's
Okay,
Wednesday.
okay, 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 okay.
Tomorrow,
My bad.
Arsenal Atletico Madrid. We're about to see
That's
some
war. That
serious
is war.
defending, some
Is it
craziness.
as Arsenal are they at home?
No, yeah. Arsenal's at home. Arsenal's at home.
Oh my god,
Arsenal at home,
that would be a big war.
bro. Then on Wednesday you have Liverpool playing Frankfurt, and that's an away game. But guys, we're cooks, man. Another away game.
And you guys play tomorrow Wednesday.
Man, we're playing
They are playing
Wednesday.
on.
Another away game. Another
Oh my god.
away Champions League game. So
Foxy, have
we're
some
cooked.
faith. Have some faith. Have some faith. See, Benfica will beat us. Just masterclass. Oh
Is
my
that
god.
Ateta deliberately cutting off the hot water for Atletico? Oh man, you
Oh
guys,
my
man.
god.
Man,
My
you guys
god.
are funny. But anyways, what are your
Ah,
final thoughts?
ah. Final thought is I don't know. According to EK now, we don't know what the powered fraud will do. Let me quote EK now. I don't know what that
I'll give
bad
you a
fraud
bump
will
for that. That
do.
was a good one. I
I
don't know
don't
what
know.
the ball.
He said, I don't know what that bout. I can imagine his look on his. I don't know what that bout fraud is going to do now. Don't know. Well, he's giving up
Man,
on the guy. There's nothing you
bro,
want to tell him that is convinced. Even when you
we're,
guys
we're,
were
in a,
winning,
we're in a
even when you
crisis,
guys,
man.
even when you guys were winning, he was always
The
criticizing.
way we are winning doesn't make sense. Yeah, he
Yes,
was.
I remember. So I don't, as I am. Let me quote again. A famous person I
Yeah.
know. I don't know what your bout fraud will do. No one knows, but hopefully he's listening, and we
Mm-hmm.
hope he can learn. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We compared him with Amorim.
Mm-hmm.
Amorim is learning. It's obvious.
F, what do you mean by that?
What was that?
He said if you squint your eyes, you see Ten Hag. Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my god. That means we're
Yeah.
close. We're about
Yeah,
to
we're
go.
close, bro. We're close. We're close to not having a style of play, no
Oh,
tactics.
no
Guy,
tactics, hustling,
man. See, we're
anything
looking
that
at
comes.
slot, bro. These
Oh
Dutch
my god.
managers, man, they are scary.
You,
Scary
you're afraid
times.
of
But yeah.
anyways, the key thing is that I just wish he
Mm-hmm.
would learn,
Mm-hmm.
right? If he can learn. Amorim is learning from his mistakes.
Yeah.
People can argue that, but for United, we've been seeing the signs
Yeah.
from this season. They've been playing well. The major complaint is, oh, they are not scoring, they are not taking their. Yesterday,
Yeah.
they on a normal day, Mbeumo got similar chance against Arsenal. If you remember, when they started the Arsenal game, he didn't score.
He didn't score.
He didn't score. But in yesterday's match, he scored.
Keeper should have saved
So
that.
that's the difference. So you now talk of he's learning and he's improving. I just hope if Man United carry their form, they win Brighton, then we should all be afraid. Then the
Mm.
players will start to believe in what Amorim is doing. Everybody did not criticize Amorim. He still used the same formation he's been using all season. That is every time, oh, formation, change your formation, change your. But even with the formation, maybe I don't know the way they plays. I don't know if he's tweaked. I don't know, but you can argue that the personnel is different. The way
Yeah,
he's using them is different because yesterday he didn't go with an out and out striker.
it was
They were
smart.
no pressing. They were no
Yeah.
pressing.
Mm-hmm.
The three of them, you could see them 1, 2, 3 just lined up. They were not pressing. They were not coming out. They just stayed in mid block
Yeah.
waiting. Do you get? So
He had a
he's
plan
learning,
for,
and
slots.
yeah. So the key thing is that Slot needs to understand his players quickly, and he needs to use them properly. Once he does that, you guys will not have a problem. I don't think it's a crisis yet. Not yet.
I just saw a comment from Becky. Becky said, "Bro, if Liverpool
Mm.
lose to Frankfurt, and his slot will be sacked like Ange Postecoglou, and he'll collect compensation. Do you think we lose to Frankfurt, slot gets sacked? Do you think so?
I don't think so. No.
5 L's in a row, you think we'll get sacked? I don't think
No.
he'll get sacked.
I don't think so.
I think if he keeps on, if he doesn't get a win till the
Mm.
end of like November or December, maybe they'll start considering that.
To
Like,
change him.
yeah. And like, because to sack a coach, like for us to sack him is like he's clearly doing the wrong thing. Like everybody can see your your
And
your substitutions
everybody
are
knows.
bad. His
Yeah.
in-game decisions are bad, are so horrible. So if he keeps on going on that page, in-game decisions are bad. I don't know. But you see, Amorim, they left him. They left Amorim, right? Is been win lose. I think Amorim,
The
Amorim,
season his form this season has changed to win
his
lose.
form
Now
this
it's
season,
win win. Maybe
yeah,
it's
yeah,
win
because
win
it's back
lose
a
you
back to
start
back.
doing now.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
if Amorim goes on a winning run?
And he's forgiving.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So
I don't know,
your
man. For
final
me,
thoughts.
my final thought
Mm.
is I say we give and slot some time. Right now, I'm not for slot out. I'm not in that crowd. I don't feel that way. I think he just needs to learn his team. Like you said, learn your team, learn the
Mm.
capabilities of your players. It's not just about trying something intelligent. And the things he's doing to me, I don't think they're intelligent. Like
Mm.
putting Superstar at right back and making all these tweaks,
Mm.
opening up your midfield so you can create more chances is stupid to me. This is not the
Mm.
Dutch league. He keeps on comparing these. Oh, set pieces are allowed
Mm.
everywhere, but set pieces are very heavy in the Premier League and they're not allowed everywhere. All those things in your press conference to me is crap. Like talking about
Mm.
it's part of the game. It's football. So make the team defensive.
Mm.
You understand? Make the team defensive and play well. Make sure the team
Mm.
looks good. We've seen how Pep has changed his style of play. Pep was getting L's last season. This brother changed his
Yeah.
style of play.
He's no more attacking
He's throwing
again.
it out. No more. He's not doing high line. He's playing different. So I really think that's what needs to happen. So let's see what happens in the Frankfurt game on Wednesday. Let's see what we do on Wednesday. If we lose that game, then I don't know. It's going to be a tricky one. But shout out to
F is saying
Foxy,
F is saying
Leary. Let's
in
go.
my second season I win things.
Yeah, he sacked his ass, man. He sacked him. Shout out to Foxy, Lucky, F, Liam, AB, SSB,
Okay
Ikena.
now.
Who else was on the live? A lot of people came on the live,
Dorcas.
right? Dorcas.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Bagman.
Bagman came. Big up to all of you, man. I appreciate you guys for
Becky.
joining the live. You
Yeah.
guys, please, if you've not done so, like this video. If you've not done so,
It's like
subscribe to
video.
the channel. We're on our way to 3K before the end of the year. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. CST, another stream, guys. So if you're available, make sure you come. Let's turn up. Let's have that conversation together. Tomorrow is Champions League, so let's talk. All right, guys. Good morning, good night, good evening, wherever you're streaming from. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys, bye.